Morning, it's Tuesday and I'm down the plot. Now, when I was looking at my garden stuff in my boot on the weekend, I realised, where's my strimmer? Now, I can't find it at home. I used it down the plot, so I've either left it out on the plot, left it in my shed, or left it here where I would have loaded the car up. So I've just got down the plot, so it's not next to where I load my car up. So let's go and see whether I've left it outside my shed or inside my shed. I'm so forgetful. I am so relieved to find it in the shed. Okay, it's got a flat battery, but it means I haven't lost it. Great. Now let's crack on with the jobs. Look at this raspberry bed. It is crawling with bees. They are loving it. It was the same last year, but probably a few weeks earlier last year. This is why I don't like covering the beds all the time. So look at the tunnels. So I will give it a light forking. Not totally break it up, but give it light forking to disturb that. So I'm in the shed again. I was going to show you my progress, but it's just raining, and raining too much, too hard. So I think I'm going to give up and go home, and I'll just have to come back down tomorrow and carry on. So I will see you then. Bye for now. So morning, I'm back down here. Yes, there's some blue sky, but there's also really dark clouds. I hope it doesn't rain on me yet again. Let me show you what I managed to get done yesterday before I got rained out. So I managed to totally clear these two beds. Those two frames are installed because they're intact. They've got a pole that's banged in, a metal pole, and they're cable tied to that, so they shouldn't fall over. This frame needs repair, and I've got to drag over a couple of others. So I think I might end up with 4 frames that are okay and 2 that I'm going to have to totally rebuild. That is the contrast I'm dealing with today. Blue sky and then black rain clouds. Time to plan out these and these. So these are repaired, but I don't like how fragile they are, so I'm going to find some old bits of wood and add more bits to strengthen, to brace them. Because if I do that, then they should last at least another year. So what I'm using to strengthen these is, this is part of a divan bed frame, and that was just on the burn pile, so I thought, yep, I can use that to strengthen my frames, because it's free. So basically, to make these strong enough, you need diagonals on all 4 sides to make them sturdy enough, strong, so that they don't kind of bend with the weight of the fruit on there. And those dark brown diagonals I had last year, they were okay, but it needed the second set. This second set of diagonals has made it so much stronger. Now that I'll have to do. So they've been strengthened, and 3 out of the 4 have big long metal rods that are whacked into the ground, and then it's cable tied to it. And this last one, closest to me, has got 2 what I call shepherd hook fence pins whacked into the ground, and then it's cable tied to that. so I don't think they should blow over. I don't know if you can see, but last night down here at the plot, which is down in the bottom of a valley, it was 2.1 degrees. It's nearing the end of May. That is ridiculously cold. That's why I hadn't planted out any tender stuff. I think the southwest of England and Wales got the coldest weather last night. That's ridiculous. So I'm continuing with prepping beds ready for planting either tomorrow or the next day. So these are the last two. They are finished. They look a bit higgledy-piggledy, but they are now strong. Hopefully they'll last this season, but not next. Oh well, we'll see how they go. So it is finally warm and sunny, and it shouldn't be below about 9-10 degrees tonight, so I am planting out my butternut, my artichoke, you know, the tender stuff that can go out. So here goes. Time to plan out these and these. Typical. I just realised I left my plan for where I'm going to plant stuff at home. Oh well, I'll just have to guess. Hi, my name is Helen and welcome to my May plot tour. Come see how it's doing. Please like and subscribe and click the bell notification. Thank you. Well, we'll start with the flower bed. The globe artichoke is growing nicely. The aqualegis is looking rather pretty. And then over here there are no parsnips. These were an utter failure. Some cabbage here. Some of the greyhound pointy cabbages look okay, but the rest of them still need to heart up more. So although that over there is nice and big, it's not closed in. Then we have the wood that I need to get on and use, and each of the pots along the side are potatoes. Some are coming up more than others. This bed should be carrots. There are not any that I can see, so I will have to weed and resow. Today I planted out the sweet corn. I might sow a bit more because there's room for a bit more. Again, potatoes on the end. Here we have Kale's, and what did I plant on the end? There's a label around this side. And I planted, oh, those are Brussels sprouts and Kale's. And here on this arch is alderman peas. Now over here we have the Tosca de Niro kale. We have some Kohlrabi, and just trying to remember what was on the end. Another brassica, oh well. Over here I have planted out my leeks, and on the end of the bed here is some more kohlrabi. On this next bed We have broccoli here, and there's some cauliflower on that end. Obviously this bed is not in use yet. These are my King Edward potatoes. Again, potatoes in pots. Again, I've yet to clear this bed. This is the patio area, and I haven't planted anything in the greenhouse or done any more work on the greenhouse because we haven't had the dry weather until today. Over here I have planted out all the butternut squash, but I've also put dwarf green beans around the edge. Here we have a cheeky curry, or a curry, whatever you call it, and again I've got some dwarf French beans around the edge and some radish along here. The flower bed is going nuts. The rose is not quite open, but the lupin has exploded. We've also got a couple of foxgloves at the front here. Now you can hardly see the pond, but it's not very easy to get past when the lupin flops over like that. Here we have, again, I've planted some dwarf French beans around the edge, but we've got 4 honeyboat here. That's the sweeter squash that I'm giving a try. There's 1 honeyboat there. There's 2, I think there's a butternut squash, and I'm going to put a jack-o'-lantern there once it's big enough and come out of the greenhouse. Here is my garlic. It does look weird, like it's split and regrown. I think the weather confused it, but we'll see when I dig it up what it looks like. It's probably still edible. Here is my onions and shallots. So they're looking really good and healthy. We've got potatoes in the pots. Ooh, am I actually getting in here? I planted a Jerusalem artichoke, so I'm hoping that those leaves are from the Jerusalem artichoke, because there's only 1 tuber in there. It was supposed to be a 2-pack, but one of the tubers wasn't very healthy. Here is the bubblegum strawberries. No flowers on it. It's either it's late flowering, or because these are runners, they just need to settle in longer, and I'll get strawberries next year. These are, I think these are Tenera. It's an early producing strawberry. So I don't know if you can see, there's lots of flowers there. So I've put the net over to stop the birds trying to nick the strawberries that form. The bees can still get in the edge here. And this is more strawberries. I've forgotten the name. Each bed is a different variety, and again I've got potatoes in the pots. These are my, I think they're tayberries. I keep forgetting, but they are crawling with bumblebees because they've been flowering and setting fruit. Now, I do know that I need to fix the frame because it's wonky. It hasn't fallen over yet. Over here I have gooseberries. I've actually got gooseberries, but last year I noticed the gooseberries, and the next time I thought about them, I looked at them and they'd all been nicked by the birds, so I will need to net that. These are my black currants. Plenty of currants formed. These are my autumn raspberries. Not looking the healthiest, and yes, I know there's some bindweed to pull up. So we'll see how the plants do. If necessary, I might need to buy some more plants for that row. And these are my summer raspberries, which have gone nuts, and the bees are absolutely loving it. And then this is red currants. I think that there are some currants in there, but you can't see them easily. And my wooden wire mesh pile. And I think it's got up to 23 degrees today. Hallelujah, sun at last. So thank you for watching my May plot tour. As you can see, we finally got rid of the frost, so I finally started planting things out. Hallelujah. Here's to a great growing season. Bye for now.